Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, October 29th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. 2021 is flying by so fast. The next time we meet here on the DNB will be November. Hey, a quick update. Yesterday, I told you about the free pizza at City Dock. Well, with the predicted flooding, and more on that from George in a little bit, they moved it to School Street, and that's the little street that runs between Church and State circles. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., go get your free pizza from Jerry's Pizza and stop gerrymandering. But before you do that, we do have some news to share, so let's get into it, shall we? The big news is the rain and the wind and the high tides. Now, this is no joke, and George will have a little bit more on this in a bit, but high tides today are at noon and midnight, Saturday at 1 p.m., Sunday at 2 a.m. and 2 p.m., expected to be 3.5 to 5.3 feet over normal, and this is the third highest surge since 1933. In 1933, they saw 6.17 feet, 1955 saw 4.98 feet, and in 2003, with Tropical Storm Isabel, it was 7.16 feet. So if folks remember that, gives you sort of a barometer. Take this seriously. Sandbag if you regularly flood. Be careful. Do not drive through flooded streets. Expect traffic delays. And if I were you, I would just avoid that Eastport Bridge entirely. The health department is warning Severna Parkians about a rabid raccoon. It was near the intersection of Welburton and Faircastle in the Chartwell community on October 26th. If you or your pet came into contact with a raccoon then, or if your pet has some unexplained wounds, you want to call the health department and get tested or possibly treated. Their number is 443-222-7254. Now, I am really excited for this. We knew the Clydesdales were coming back for the Military Bowl Parade, but yesterday I confirmed that they are also coming back to West Annapolis on December 26th. It's a Sunday for Miracle on Annapolis Street. From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., it'll be a fest with food trucks, games, shops will be open, and vendors will be there. And, of course, the chance to get up close with the Clydesdales, those majestic animals, as they parade around the block. The Military Bowl game is slated for 2:30 p.m. on the 27th, and tickets will be on sale on Monday, November 1st at militarybowl.org. And to sort of kick off the whole bowl thing, on November 11th, Veterans Day, we will be with Katza Brothers Budweiser at Heroes Pub in West Annapolis to kick off the Who's Your Hero promotion. We're going to be doing a live podcast, so you want to stop by. There's going to be swag, but come on over after 2 p.m. and tell us into a microphone about a hero in your life. It could be military, it could be a parent, it could be a child, it could be anything. You could win a spot in the parade and a great game package, including tickets to the game and a whole lot more. We're going to be starting to record at about 3, but definitely come on over, stay for the fun and the wings, because Kurt and Lila really do wings very well. Again, that's at Heroes Pub on Thursday the 11th, starting at about 2 p.m. Yesterday, the giant pumpkins around town were carved. The Downtown Annapolis Partnership enlisted several artists, including Scribe, one of my faves, to carve the pumpkins. So now, take that selfie and post it to social media with the hashtag #GreatAnnapolisPumpkin, and you could score a gift card to a local merchant. They are at the Graduate Hotel, outside Visit Annapolis Visitor Center, St. Anne's Church, and down at the Market House. And if you dig Aaron, also known as Scribe's work, he has an opening of his art show at 49 West on Halloween. This weekend is your last weekend to help out K&B True Value, Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits, Soul, and Ledo Pizza. Help out our local schools. When you check out, you can donate a few dollars to a specific school, and the 4 local businesses will combine their resources and match your donation up to $30,000. And believe me, all of the local schools need it. But you have to do it by the end of this month. Again, when you go into K&B True Value, just tell them what school you'd like to support when you check out. Time is also running out for Romeo and Juliet. Well, not the couple, but the play at the the Classic Theater of Maryland. This is the final weekend of this fantastic production, so with the rain, this might be a perfect weekend to go see it. You want to check it out? Tickets are available at classictheatermaryland.org. That's all spelled out, and theater is the fancy way, Theatre. Saturday from noon to 4, it is the Annapolis Town Center's Fall Fest. They're going to have a DJ, games, food trucks, cocktail bar, a cool thriller-inspired activity, and they've been sort of mysterious about that, and much more. This is an outdoor event, and you want to watch the weather on it. They do say it is, parentheses, light, rain, or shine, and the first 300 kids are going to get a bag of treats. That gives you an idea of the crowd they're expecting. And a reminder that the eastbound span of the Bay Bridge will close at 12:01 a.m. on Sunday morning and remain closed until 2 p.m. on Sunday afternoon for the Bay Bridge Run/walk. The westbound span will be open for vehicles for two-way traffic with the middle lane closed, and the MDTA is predicting significant delays. If you can avoid it, avoid it. And apparently, the MDTA also hates Halloween because they have forbidden anybody from wearing a costume at that event. Halloween Scrooges. All right, that's it for the news, but here is some podcast news for you. Yesterday afternoon, we dropped a bonus pod with Lisa from Just One Sweater. Give it a listen and find a single sweater in your house and see if you can't help someone stay a little bit warmer this winter. George had a weather update yesterday, and, well, depending on how bad this gets, there may be an additional update over the weekend. Our local business spotlight this weekend is a yummy one, man. Anthony and Sean from Galway Bay are talking about their magical eggnog and eggnog ice cream. Next weekend, it is Monica, or as some people refer to her, Saint Monica from Bread and Butter Kitchen. And I will tell you, that one will be rated adults only, as we totally debunk that whole saint thing. Whew, I think that's about it. As always, thank you for listening, and if you are somewhere where you can leave us a rating or a review, please do, and make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues all know to give us a follow. It does help. A quick thank you to our four sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, Rehab to Perform, and Scott Gibson for Alderman in Ward 2. It is Friday, so I will take this time just to say have a great weekend. Be nice to others. Do something fun. Have a great Halloween. Don't eat too much candy, and make sure you egg the houses that give out apples or circus peanuts. Other than that, we'll see you on Monday. Hang tight. George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. All of that in just a bit.
Hi, I'm Scott Gibson, candidate for Annapolis City Council in Ward 2. Did you know that the city has let 1 in 5 police positions go vacant this year? Think about that for a minute. That's 20%. I'm running for city council because I believe a $152 million budget should be enough to make the investments our community needs. We simply cannot continue to go back to the taxpayer time after time after time and ask for more, especially when our tax rates are already 35% higher than Anne Arundel County. If elected, I'll leverage my nearly 2 decades of experience running $100 million organizations to bring focus and efficiency to your city council, something I think has been lacking. To learn more or to contact me, please visit scott-gibson.com. Again, that's scott-gibson.com.
Paid for by friends of Scott Gibson, Sandy Crozier, Treasurer. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, October 29th. Last Friday and final weekend in October 2021, and it will be an active one with rain, wind, coastal flooding, and possible street flooding as a fairly sizable storm moves through from the southwest and west. Look for periods of moderate to heavy rainfall at times today, with rainfall likely lasting into at least tomorrow morning, with overall rainfall totals expected to be in the 1 to 3 inch range, with some small potential that a few isolated spots on the map will see upwards of 4+ inches. But the real story will be a prolonged period of the easterly winds, sometimes gusting over 40 miles per hour today. And those persistent easterly winds will help create the right conditions for moderate to possibly major flooding in and around the Annapolis region and throughout the Chesapeake Bay region from north to south, with water levels likely staying in the moderate flood stage this morning into late Saturday or even Sunday morning, even during low tide periods, with some areas seeing major flooding, especially at high tide later tonight into Saturday morning, as water levels could reach upwards of 4 to maybe even 5 feet above normal, creating the worst coastal flooding conditions for downtown Annapolis since 2003 with Hurricane Isabel. But the storm will then pull away during the day Saturday, and conditions will steadily improve throughout the day, although some scattered showers could remain into the PM hours Saturday before a very nice final day of October for Halloween Sunday with tons of sunshine, relatively light winds, and PM highs in the 60s with conditions in the AM calm and cool with temps in the 50s for the Bay Bridge Run. So definitely make plans to get out and about Sunday for a great day across the region, capped off by a very nice night for trick-or-treaters to roam the neighborhoods of Anne Arundel County. But do all you can over the next 36 plus hours to stay safe and weather the storm that is set to move across the region and potentially produce flooding damage to homes and businesses, along with wind damage from very gusting winds and falling trees that could result in some power outages. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day and great weekend out there despite the rough weather ahead. Stay healthy and be safe. And of course, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter today and all weekend long. And look for potential additional updates on the storm on the Eye on Annapolis platform. And as always, be sure to download our app under the name of DC MDVA Weather from the Apple or Google App Stores on all of your devices, so you can always stay weather informed.
Are you interested in an exciting career in one of the hottest industries of the next decade? At Solar Energy Services, we're currently hiring solar installers, crew leaders, service techs, and sales representatives with immediate needs in all categories. Are you feeling uninspired in your current job and want more meaningful work where you can make a positive impact every day? Do you like the idea of being part of the team that installs solar panels on residential rooftops, commercial rooftops, or ground-mounted arrays for entire communities to use? Or maybe you're a good troubleshooter and communicator who likes solving interesting technical problems. Whatever your preference, the upside of working in the solar industry is tremendous. Contact us today about joining a great company with a rewarding culture and an inspiring mission. Call us at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.